All right. So this is
Mhm.
all you need to know about filtration specifically, okay? Their
Mhm.
principle, example, and application. So for the principle, now can you tell me what could be the principle of filtration?
Is to separate the insoluble solids from liquids.
Yeah. Using a,
Filter paper.
yeah. And what is the thing known as that is left behind in the filter paper?
Residue.
Good. So it separates an insoluble solid from a liquid.
In the book, it says that it usually separates heterogeneous mixtures. Is it because the heterogeneous mixtures don't get dissolved, like the solvent, the solute
Yeah,
in heterogeneous doesn't get dissolved in a solvent?
yes, and they're not uniform, right? In nature, the things are separated. For example, if I say that mud and water,
Mm-hmm.
so mud can easily be trapped in the filter paper and water can move through it, right?
Yes.
You can use the filtration technique for that purpose.
Okay.
So that is called as residue, and the thing that has been filtered, that is known as the liquid that passes through is filtrate. All right. So next technique that we need to go over that is distillation. I think we talked a little bit about distillation in that class, right?
Yes.
So basically distillation is used to separate liquids that have like different boiling points, okay? And they're also used to remove impurities from any kind of a liquid. So we have different kind of distillation, Jana. We have simple distillation, we have fractional distillation, and we do have steam distillation, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
what happens in the simple distillation, any idea?
I don't know specifically, but what I know about distillation in general is that when you boil, for example, if you have water and salt,
Mm-hmm.
so when you boil it, the salt will evaporate.
Yeah,
No, sorry, the water will evaporate and the salt will be left, uh,
behind.
will be,
Okay. So what happens in simple distillation? They're used when the components of a liquid mixture. Now, what could be the components of liquid mixture? For example, if we are using in a liquid mixture two types of liquids and one and salt, right? So all these are the components of a liquid mixture, right?
yes.
So these are used when the components of a liquid mixture have different boiling points. Okay. So the
Okay.
component with the lower boiling point will evaporate first, and then it will be collected in a collecting flask.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
For example, if I separate water from alcohol, water has a boiling point 100 degrees, right? And
Yeah.
alcohol has a boiling point 78 degrees. So
Mm.
through simple distillation, we can easily, we can say that we can separate both of the components. How? First of all, alcohol will be distilled because it has lower boiling point as compared to the water, right? Then the water
Yes.
will be evaporated. So this is what simple distillation is, okay?
Hmm.
Getting it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So basically, if I say that distillation is used to separate the homogeneous mixtures or the heterogeneous mixtures.
Distillation, the homogeneous.
Yeah, exactly. Because in it, basically liquids are being separated on the basis of their boiling points. Okay.
Hmm.
So it is used to separate. There are certain things like in your that PDFs I checked out, it's not in detail written, right? So if
Yes.
any kind of multiple choice question comes out of this PDF, so you should know everything about that topic specifically.
Okay, thank you.
Just like it's a very, very common question, like to differentiate between the simple and fractional distillation.
Mm.
When is your exam?
It's on May 18.
Okay, almost a month left.
Yes.
Always remember that this technique is for the homogeneous mixtures.
Okay.
And filtration would be for the
Heterogeneous.
heterogeneous. Differentiating point.
Mm-hmm.
So now that is being like this technique is being further divided into simple and fractional. Okay, so simple distillation, I just told you it's simple, like the components are being components of liquid mixture are separated on the basis of their boiling points. I have given you the example. If you're separating water from an alcohol, water boils at 100 degrees, alcohol boils at 78 degrees. So the alcohol will be evaporated first because the lower the boiling point, the more firstly they will evaporate. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have fractional distillation. So these are used for liquids with closely spaced boiling points. For example, like the things that have very near boiling point. Okay.
Yeah, so like their boiling points are close to one
Close to
another.
each other, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So for that, a fractionating column is used to allow better separation of components. So it's just like a flask attached. This type of a device is used, okay? So they have a fractionating column. This is the column, okay?
Mm.
So fractionating column is used to allow better separation of the components of that mixture, okay? For example, separation of petroleum in any kind of in an oil refinery. So what does petroleum contain?
Gases.
Gases, yeah. They could contain gasoline, kerosene, diesel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So fractions mean different parts of one thing. Okay? So now we need to separate out gasoline, kerosene, and diesel. So these are the fractional distillation we are separating it out. Okay? For
Mm-hmm.
example, separating oxygen and nitrogen from the liquid air. So for that purpose, we will be using the fractional distillation process. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Getting in any questions?
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh,
So like fractional, when I want to like separate specific components in many.
exactly. In one solution, you can say that.
Okay.
And these are also used for the liquids with very closely like boiling points close to each other.
Okay, yes.
So it's a very, very common or frequently asked question. Differentiate between simple distillation.
And the fractional.
Yeah. So if it comes for 4 marks, how would you do it?
I'd first explain, I'll define what is simple distillation and fractional distillation.
Hmm. Okay, good.
So I'd say for simple, used to separate liquids
Okay, good.
uh, at the means of a boiling point, just by boiling. And there is a huge difference we can say between the boiling points.
Yeah,
But for the fraction distillation is when I'm separating a liquid mixture
yeah,
uh, with the very close boiling points.
yeah, okay, good. And do not forget to give the example.
Okay, so
The
for simple
difference
distillation,
is incomplete without examples.
mhm.
So the component with lower boiling point evaporate first. The example would be separating water from alcohol. Water is 100 degrees and alcohol is 78 degrees.
78.
For the fractional one, is my handwriting clear to you, Jana?
Yeah, it is clear.
Okay. So it's used, always try to make out the notes, especially for chemistry and biology. These are the subjects, that has a lot to cover.
Mhm.
So used for liquids with closely spaced boiling points. Okay, there's one instrument added in this case, a fractionating columns used. While in the case of simple, we are not using any specialized thing for that, right?
Yes.
Example would be, you can just say that separation or separating oxygen and nitrogen from liquid air. That's it. So, okay, any questions?
Yeah.
Okay, so filtration done, distillation done. Now crystallization. Okay, what is crystallization?
It's like when I'm separating pure substance from its ore, like from its origin. Like this pure
Yeah.
substance, I'm separating. Yeah.
So that is used to purify a soluble solid by cooling or evaporating a solution so that the pure crystals form. Okay.
Mhm.
So for example, purifying sugar from sugarcane juice or purifying copper sulfate from any kind of a solution. Okay. So this is what crystallization is. So in crystallization, we are actually cooling the thing, right? Making the crystals.
Yeah.